Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
There are plenty of issues facing our country currently that need to be addressed, and quickly, too. Between the escalating tensions with North Korea, radical leftist groups pledging to take over the country, natural disasters, and the threat of ISIS entering the country, the last thing America needs is a plague sweeping the nation. However, that is what is the latest fear is after a deadly epidemic has been discovered, and what makes this disease even more terrifying is that there is no cure to stop it. The new Black Death is so horrific that people are urging travelers not to go this country in fear that it will be brought back to America and spread like wildfire. In 2014, America faced a possible pandemic after the deadly Ebola virus found its way to our shores. Americans who had gone to West Africa to help the area cope with the dangerous outbreak that was ravaging the people. Though instead of leaving the deadly virus in West Africa, 2 Americans brought the fatal virus home with them that caused a nationwide panic. Thankfully, the virus was not able to spread, but that does not mean the next time we will be as lucky. Now, another fatal disease has broken out that is similar to Ebola in eastern Uganda. This particular illness is just as deadly and is moving quickly and has a lethal rate of 90% once someone contracts it. Here is more from Express. A deadly outbreak of a rare and highly fatal virus has broken out in eastern Uganda and 5 cases have already been identified, the World Health Organization (WHO) has confirmed. The disease, known as Marburg virus disease, MVD, is similar to Ebola and can be lethal in up to 90% of cases. Emergency screening has begun at the Kenya-Uganda border in Turkana after 3 members of the same family died of the disease in Uganda. The outbreak is thought to have started in September when a man in his 30s, who worked as a game hunter and lived near a cave with a heavy presence of bats, was admitted to a local health center with a high fever, vomiting, and diarrhea. He did not respond to anti-malarial treatment and his condition rapidly deteriorated. He was quickly taken to another hospital in the neighboring district but died shortly after arriving. His sister, in her 50s, died shortly afterward and a 3rd victim passed away in the treatment unit of a local health center. The WHO website reads, Marburg virus disease is a rare disease with a high mortality rate for which there is no specific treatment. The virus is transmitted by direct contact with the blood, body fluids and tissues of infected persons or wild animals, for example monkeys and fruit bats. Several hundred people are believed to have been exposed to the virus, which is among the most virulent pathogens known to infect humans. Early symptoms include fever, chills, headache, and myalgia. The news comes as Madagascar faces a deadly outbreak of plague, which has already claimed the lives of 127 people. Cases of the plague have soared in recent days and extra funding has been released by the World Bank to provide additional resources in the face of the worst outbreak for 50 years. The outbreak has been compared with the Black Death, when the plague swept across Europe and Asia in the 13th century, killing more than 50 million people in what is now considered one of the worst pandemics in human history. 2/3 of the recorded cases in Madagascar are caused by the pneumonic plague, which can be spread through coughs and sneezes and without treatment, can kill within 24 hours. The outbreak has prompted warnings that it could spread to 9 nearby countries, including UK holiday hotspots Mauritius and the Seychelles. Now, not to beat a dead horse already, but this plague is precisely the reason why we need stricter vetting processes with people coming from other countries. There is no reason at all why we should continue to allow thousands of people, and when there is the risk of these individuals bringing in deadly plagues that could wipe out entire cities and towns in America. Of course, it is noble for others to offer their services to help those in need, but we cannot allow them to walk right back and until government officials know they are clear of this deadly disease. At this time, our country is already facing several issues, and throwing a deadly plague on top of it will only make matters worse. Hopefully, the government will impose some strict traveling restrictions to this area until the threat has passed so that we can protect our country from further damage. Follow us on Facebook at Freedom Daily. daily.